devastating, long-lasting crises, World War I was over. Germany's well-known Kaiser abdicated and a new Weimar Republic was born. At the Paris Peace Conference, the Treaty of Versailles was discussed and brought to attention, blaming Germany for the war and punishing it very harshly. Germans across Europe were humiliated. High reparations were set against Germany. Territorial losses were also set, further affecting Germany, and disarmament also affecting Germany's power and status. The new democratic government chose to sign the new treaty, and this is where it all began.
The Weimar Republic was supposed to be democratic, but it was already facing challenges before even beginning. The change from a monarchy to a republic was not the easiest. Decisions were made by politicians. This entire new constitution allowed a lot of mixed political parties, leading to no single party having a clear majority. Challenges came booming from both the left and the right. On the left, many revolutions protests took place inspired by the Bolsheviks, and the revolution on the right, well, we have very hateful acts and feelings towards the Treaty of Versailles and mass hatred towards the West.
In 1923, Germany stopped paying the reparations. France and Belgium responded by invading the Ruhr to take resources as payment. The German government called for resistance. Workers across Germany went on strikes to stop production, but the government still paid them. They even gave the money to factories of workers as well. All of this put huge pressure on the economy and led to very big hyperinflation. Money was basically useless at this point. Savings were destroyed and all the blame was towards the government for its overspending. Matters only got worse as in 1929 the Wall Street crash in USA, triggering the Great Depression not only for them but also for the rest of the world.
Germany lost access to US loans and investments, which they used to pay off the reparations. Unemployment also became very common. Businesses were going bankrupt. Overall, this entire government was divided, and it could not help Germany whatsoever.
In a Germany where defeat is everywhere, a country destroyed by hyperinflation and crushed by the Great Depression, someone needed to step up. From that anger and fear stepped up a radical ex-soldier who had the most simple answers while also having the most extreme ideas.
Before all of that, Hitler had already begun his political career. He fought in World War I and was temporarily blinded by a gas attack. While recovering in a hospital, he heard that Germany had surrendered. He felt personally betrayed by the arms strikes and by the peace treaty that followed. In 1919, Hitler became the 55th member of a political party led by Anton Drexler. By 1921, he had become the leader of the party. He set down a 25-point program that included the union of all Germans, an end to the Treaty of Versailles, a strong state, creation of a national army, and exclusion of Jews from German society. After the invasion of the Ruhr, Hitler tried to seize power in the Munich Putsch. He failed and was sent to prison. In prison, he wrote Mein Kampf, which basically repeated the ideas of nationalism, anti-Semitism, and hatred of the peace treaties, and the need for expansion.
Germany has been betrayed and humiliated. The Treaty of Versailles is a disgrace forced upon our people. The weak politicians of the Republic have failed. I will overturn that shame and make the right strong again.
The Munich Putsch, Hitler changed tactics. Instead of trying to overthrow the state from the outside, he decided to use elections and the parliament to gain power. With powerful speeches, he promised to end unemployment, restore law and order, return to traditional national values, protect Germany from Bolshevism, and the end of the Treaty of Versailles. These promises, combined with his goals of overturning Versailles, creating a greater Germany, and gaining Lebensraum, which shaped German foreign policy after 1933.
On January 30th, 1933, Adolf Hitler becomes Chancellor of Germany. This marks the start of Nazi control over German domestic and foreign policy.
From 1933 to 1938, Adolf Hitler set Germany on a path of aggressive expansion, driven by a mix of Nazi ideology, economic pressure, and his own ambition to restore Germany as a dominant European power. His foreign policy revolved around three central goals. Firstly, he wanted to overturn the Treaty of Versailles. Like many Germans, Hitler viewed the treaty as a national humiliation. He believed Germany could never rise again as long as it remained disarmed. Rearmament, therefore, became one of the main aims of Nazi foreign policy. By rebuilding its military, Germany could regain lost territory and reestablish itself as a major power. Secondly, he wanted to create a greater Germany. After the First World War, millions of ethnic Germans were left outside Germany's borders in places such as Austria, Czechoslovakia, and Poland. Hitler sought to unite all German-speaking peoples into the Third Reich. This vision was tied directly to Nazi racial ideology, which claimed that only those of the so-called Aryan descendants truly belonged in the German nation. And lastly, he wanted the idea of Lebensraum, or living space. He argued that Germany was overcrowded and lacked the land and resources needed to sustain itself. His solution was to expand eastward into Eastern Europe, especially the Soviet Union. These regions were believed to be inhabited by what the Nazis considered inferior. This idea provided both the justification and the long-term goal for Germany's expansion. Together, these aims formed the foundation of Nazi foreign policy and set the stage of the aggressive actions Germany took in the 1930s and the 1940s.
Parties have only brought weakness, unemployment, and humiliation. Under my leadership, Germany will rise again, and we will destroy our enemies, overthrow the Treaty of Versailles, and restore German greatness.
On the night of February 27, 1933, the Reichstag, Germany's parliament building, catches fire. The Nazis blame the communists and claim it is a part of a plot to overthrow the government. On February 28th, President Hindenburg signs the Reichstag Fire Decree. It suspends civil rights, allows imprisonment without trial, and gives the central government the power to overrule local governments. It is presented as a way to fight communist danger, but in reality, it gives Hitler a legal weapon to crush the opposition. March 5th, new elections are held. The Nazis win about 44% of the vote. To control the Reichstag, they form a coalition with the DNVP, the German National People's Party. Between March 9th and 11th, using the powers of the Reichstag Fire Decree, the Nazis and the DNVP take over the state governments. They replace regional leaders with loyal Nazis who report directly to Berlin.
On March 22, 1933, the first concentration camp, Dachau, is opened. It is used to imprison political opponents, mainly communists, social democrats, and also others who oppose the regime. Dachau will operate from 1933 all the way to 1945.
On March 23, 1933, the Reichstag passed the Enabling Act. It gives the Chancellor, Adolf Hitler, the power to pass laws without parliamentary approval. The Reichstag effectively votes away its own power. From this point on, nobody in the German government can legally block Hitler's decisions. The Enabling Act, Hitler begins Gleichschaltung, or coordination. He bans all political parties, turns Germany into a one-party state, dissolves trade unions, and replaces them with the German Labor Front. He brings courts, medias, and culture under the Nazi control, and the Weimar democracy is effectively dead.
Nazi Germany becomes a police state. The SS and the Gestapo, or the secret police, hunt down their opponents. Concentration camps are used to imprison enemies of the state, and the Ministry for Public Enlightenment and Propaganda controls what people hear, read, and watch. Education and youth organizations are reshaped along Nazi principles, and mass rallies show an image of strong and united nation behind Hitler.
At first, they said it was about enemies of the state and communists. Then one morning, there were signs on our shops and windows. Men in uniforms stood outside and told people not to come in. Every week, it feels like another part of our life is being taken away.
On April 1st, 1933, the Nazis organized a nationwide boycott of Jewish-owned businesses. Soldiers stand outside Jewish shops, paint slogans on windows, and intimidate customers. Between April 7th and 11th, new measures require people to prove Aryan ancestry. Those considered non-Aryan began to lose their jobs, especially in the civil service. On May 7th, Jewish people are dismissed from the German armed forces. On July 14, 1933, Germany officially becomes a one-party state. The Nazi Party is the only legal party. And now, this man single-handedly has control over the entire country. Yep, this guy.
In October 1933, Hitler makes a major foreign policy move. Germany withdraws from the League of Nations and from the World Disarmament Conference in Geneva. He argues that Germany has disarmed while other countries still have offensive weapons and fortified borders. He says that if they will not disarm to Germany's level, then Germany should not be allowed equal armaments. Soon after, Hitler begins an aggressive rearmament program in open violation of the Treaty of Versailles.
We are still dealing with our own economic crisis, and we are watching Japan expansion in Asia. Many here think the Treaty of Versailles is too hard on Germany. Some also see Germany as a buffer against Soviet communism. Very few people in Britain want to risk another major war.
France still fears the German threat, but our governments are weak, and our economy is struggling. Britain and the United States are forward on their own problems, so we build defensive fortresses and make alliances with countries east of Germany, like Poland, Czech, Romania, and Yugoslavia. But without strong support, it is as difficult to act firmly against Hitler.
And now, you have America. They take one look at Europe and go, well, yeah, good luck with that. In January 1934, Germany signs a non-aggression pact with Poland. Both countries promise not to attack each other for 10 years, and Germany recognizes Poland's border. This surprises the world, but it actually benefits Hitler. It secures his eastern border and weakens France's attempt to encircle Germany. Hitler never intends to keep this pact permanently, calling such agreements only temporary.
We know Germany resents the land given to Poland after the war, but our main fear is the Soviet Union. We don't want to be trapped between two powerful enemies. This pact gives us room to breathe, even if it worries our French allies.
Hitler also focuses on Austria. One of his key foreign policy aims is Anschluss, the unification of Germany and Austria. In July 1934, Austrian Nazis, supported by Germany's, attempt a coup. They assassinate Austrian Chancellor Engelbert Dollfuss, but fail to take the power.
Austria is a buffer state between Italy and Germany. I will not allow Germany to simply swallow it. I send 100,000 Italian troops to the Italian border.
Mussolini steps up and Hitler backs down. In 1934, Germany is too weak to dominate Central Europe, and Italy appears ready to resist German expansion. Which is cute, considering they pressed the plot twist button in 1936 and suddenly team up instead, which we will discuss later.
On August 2nd, 1934, President Hindenburg dies. On August 19th, Hitler abolishes the office of president and combines it with the chancellorship. He takes the title of Führer, becoming the absolute leader of Germany.
From this day on, there's one people, one Reich, and one Führer. You swear your loyalty to me and through me to Germany.
The German army is ordered to swear a personal oath of loyalty to Adolf Hitler. By the end of 1934, Germany is a one-party police state. Their political opponents are imprisoned or silenced. The German army is personally tied to Hitler, and the concentration camp system is expanding under SS control.
Between 1933 and 1934, Germany is transformed. It goes from a struggling democracy to a dictatorship under Adolf Hitler. Inside Germany, he destroys political opposition, builds a police state, targets Jews and other groups, and takes full control of the army. Outside Germany, economic problems, fear of another war, and disagreements between Britain, France, and the United States mean that no one confronts Hitler early. These 2 years, 1933 and 1934, set the stage for what comes next: rearmament, remilitarization of the Rhineland, and rapid German expansion across Europe. Thank you.